Welcome to Bold, Beautiful, Brown Skin channel. Today I will be talking about the need to unsubscribe to anti-black racism. We all need to look into what we are looking at, because so many times we as black women, black men, we can subscribe to people who are either self-hating and also projecting anti-blackness. This can come from people who are black and from people who are not black. And mostly I'm going to be focusing on people who are black in black culture, who we watch on a daily basis and we subscribe to them. I think it's time that we take our power back and stop subscribing to these individuals, because if they're not supporting and pouring into our community, into the women, into the men, then we don't have no business following them up. And this just came to my head when I was sitting here and I was thinking, okay, something simple as just watching a YouTube video, just like how I'm starting to stop listening to certain music with too much profanity and too much degrading of women, or even women or black women, or just degrading of women, period. I just don't listen to music that degrade women, and especially black women. I don't listen to it anymore. Majority of the time, I don't listen to music degrading women. That's the same way we need to stop listening and watching people on the internet. And I was thinking, like, YouTubers, sometimes when I see my nephews watching Deshay on the TV, and he might not realize it from his YouTube, but I'm sure the people that watch his vlogs can see that he does not uplift black women, and some of the times they don't promote black women. So what I'm saying, if the YouTubers is simply not promoting women that look like you or myself, I don't believe that we should support them. And even musicians do it a lot. Chris Brown, he's a well-known one for self-hating. He makes it clear that he will never promote black women in his music videos. He will never date black women. So I feel like black women and even black men should look at this stuff and stop supporting self-hating black individuals. And I know a lot of people will bring up the topic of preference. I believe that you can have a preference, but if you don't even like your own race, something doesn't sit right with me. If you don't like your own race, that's a form of self-hate. You should love people in your race. I know that some people like more light skin or darker skin women or brown skin women. People have their preference of shade, but when it comes to you not even putting brown skin or black women in your music videos to even like showcase their beauty, that means you're not really helping our community. You're doing more damage control than helping black women to grow and black men to grow and show black love. If you're not helping black people grow, then I see you as someone that I shouldn't be watching. You can have a preference to say that, okay, I might like, okay, Spanish women or Chinese women, but when you don't even like your own race and your own color is a problem to me. And even like, there's not just Chris Brown, there's people like Boosie Badass, where they self-hate. They go into the public and say, oh, I'm a strong black man. As Umar Johnson said, if you're not uplifting black women, then what are you really doing? There's a lot of men, even in the UK, I'll see like they will work with black women in music and everything else, but they will just never date them. How? And I'm talking about even someone like Stormzy from the UK. How can you? I know everybody's entitled to do whatever they want, but I'm just saying, how can someone who is Stormzy's color, a black man, like look at another black woman and not want to date your own? These are self-hating practices, and I'm saying even women do it as well. If someone is not uplifting black women or black men, if someone is bringing down black men, then I believe that me as a black woman, I will not support them. I will not watch them if they're not uplifting the community to support black love or black empowerment. I will not support them. I will unsubscribe to them. So that's why I'm making this video, to say it's important that we as black people, we should unsubscribe to them. And I don't care how much you love the music, because yeah, Chris Brown makes good music. Yeah, Boozy might make good music. There's so much rappers. What's his name? Offset might make good music. Quavo might make good music. All of these rappers may make good music, but if I don't see that, like, even in your music video, you're not even trying to like use black women. You're not dating them already, but you're not even using them in your music videos or trying to incorporate black beauty. That's a problem. You're not uplifting our community in any way. I feel like black people sometimes is so obsessed with looking at people who don't concern them or don't care for them. There's musicians, there's YouTubers that only select like mixed race or white girls or Latino girls and put them on like a high pedestal in their videos, and then we keep checking in for them. No, it's time that we take a step back and stop checking for these people that don't check for us. And that's what I'm saying. It could even be footballers. If you're a footballer and I see that you are not uplifting black people, black community in any way, that is a form of self-hate. And even if they don't know that they're self-hating, and people might look at it as, oh, it's not a big deal, they just said something wrong, or just get over it. But no, I think you have to treat people how to treat you. So if we keep saying, oh, let's just get over Chris Brown saying, oh, black women are this, or he don't like black women, or putting down, or the rappers that say, oh, I don't like black women and talk badly. I think even Kodak Black had some stuff in his song, which many rappers have it. And then we just say, oh, they were young, they said this. No. We can't just keep brushing past it. We have to like stop supporting these people. Black men not dating black women, or even black women not dating black men, is not really a big problem. But to me, it is. It says a lot about you as a person if vice versa. If you're a black woman and you don't go for a black man, it says like somewhere along the line there is a form of self-hate or rejection. I don't know if like their moms rejected them or something happened in their life, but as a black woman or a black man, you should love your own, and you should want to promote your own and not keep promoting other communities or other ethnicities as better than your own. And if they continuously do that in the media, I believe that we should unsubscribe to them. Unsubscribe to rappers that are not promoting black women, and we clearly know their mindset is not for the black community. Unsubscribe to the YouTubers as well, that when you watch their videos, they make jokes about black women not being the best, or any type of remarks where they're not uplifting black women and they're making other race look like a priority. I would unsubscribe to them as well and no longer watch them. And even black women, black females as well. A lot of black people put these people on a pedestal. So I would say there is even a girl right now, and her name, she's in the UK, Bella Sabo. They said that she said something racist towards darker skinned women in the past. And in this instance, I wouldn't even really put her to blame in that scenario. The people who I will put to blame is black women who put her on a pedestal, because I want to hold black women accountable, or even black men as well, and to say, who are you putting on a pedestal? You should put people that look like yourself on a pedestal, because if you're putting people that don't look like you on a pedestal, or put yourself on that pedestal, it becomes a problem. I even had to hold myself accountable as well, because you have to unlearn to relearn. So whatever you thought was beautiful and was the it girl, like, and was very, very nice, you have to unlearn yourself, and you have to unlearn that and see that the beauty in yourself. Because of a lot of black women, I realize, are looking outside of themselves for beauty. Like, they're looking at East Africans, they're looking at mixed race, they're looking at lighter skin, they're looking at everybody else but themselves. So I think it's time for black women as well to put their selves on a pedestal. Put people who look like them on a pedestal. At least 70% of the time, the people who you are looking at, giving props to, should look like yourself. Because what a lot of black women do is that they're so concerned and so obsessed with distinguishing people's skin tone, like Saweetie and what culture she's from. Is she light skin? Is Megan Thee Stallion light skin or dark skin? And yeah, self-hating practices. I think people like Carisha, somebody like Carisha, she could be like a brown skin, but then gets to like a lighter skin, but because she pushes herself to say, oh, I'm light skin, I'm a red bone. But a lot of the time I see Carisha and she looks brown skin. So I believe that we should just unsubscribe ourselves from any self-hating practices. Anyone or anything, or even ourselves, we have to hold accountable to say, okay, what is beautiful? What am I looking at as beautiful? What I look at as beautiful is someone who has a beautiful face. Like, you can have a bigger nose and still look beautiful. Thames, she has a really stunning face. Even Rihanna. So we have to look at what we are looking at as beautiful, and not just look at people who do not look like us as beauty. Because I was watching a exotical channel where she was like saying exotical dark-skinned women are the beauty standards for black women or brown-skinned women. And I was thinking, she has a point in what she said, and that made me think to myself that I've always looked at myself as my own beauty standard. I've always took inspo, but I've always looked at myself. And I think it's important for black women to look at ourselves and people that look like us. Go and even look into the 90s as well, of beautiful black women that look like us, and not continuously put people on a pedestal like Cardi B, when I don't even know if Cardi B identifies with being black, but black people continuously obsess over people who look like Cardi B. So yeah, unsubscribe to anyone that practices self-hating, any type of anti-blackness. Like, if they don't like themselves, if they degrade black women, if they're not even dating their own black women, unsubscribe to them. Because if you're not uplifting the black community and the black women and the black man, then ultimately we have to unsubscribe to you. And who you should subscribe to is people that look like you. Don't subscribe, talk bad about you, think that you're below them, and then you act below them and continue to follow them up. Even me, I'm checking myself and saying, look, wait, who am I following on Instagram? Am I following just like mixed women, or am I following good amount of like people who look like me and embracing women that look like me? Because that is my beauty standard, people who look like me. So I feel like we should all check ourselves and subscribe to the musicians that uplift black women. So not gonna put the narrative of one skin tone is better than one. Subscribe to people who subscribe to us and that uplift us and that are for us, no matter how much you love their channel. PDG, what I realized, he never once dated like a black woman, like off a brown skin to dark skin, and he gets really upset when people say, oh, you don't date black women, but the fact is that it's true. I remember one time I watched this video and he was saying, oh, people who do well on YouTube is people who are like beautiful, and the people who he recruited to his entertainment YouTube company was all like light skin or mixed race. So if someone, I don't want to give people the power who's not promoting people that look like me. And that's just what it comes down to. If you are not promoting people who look like me or uplifting my community in any way, I do not need to support you. I don't. And you guys don't need to support them as well. And people might think, oh, it's like I'm being so serious, but it's to the point where we need to do this if we want to elevate our community and elevate as Black people, to make people know that, you know, Black is beautiful. Black of any shade, from the darkest to the lightest, is beautiful. And if you continue to focus on one shade being better than another, then I won't watch you. If you continue to focus on saying words that bring down any color from a Black community, then I won't support you, no matter what shade I am. Even if I am lighter than the girl that you're talking about and saying, oh, I am brown skin, so you'll date me, but you won't date a darker skin. I don't think you need to put that negative, self-hating words out into the universe. Then I won't watch you. I would unsubscribe to you. And what I will subscribe to is people that are gonna uplift us, because what you surround yourself is key, you know. The vibrations that you go around, and you want to go around people or watch content that speaks life into you and uplifts your confidence and makes you know that you're a queen and you deserve the best, and you're a king and you deserve the best. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.